Alright, my little rebels. Looks like we found ourselves in a nice single-player world here, where for some reason there's a bunch of creepers about to gang up on the skeleton. We shall not watch any further, okay? We'll give them some privacy. Come on, people. We find ourselves here in this world because I've got something something to show you here that you might find quite interesting. If you've been keeping up with live streams, which run usually every week, we stream Mineplex Hunger Games, in case you didn't know. If you've been keeping up with those, then you surely would have noticed that the YouTube and Twitch chat, I stream on both platforms at the same time, that both chats will be displayed in Minecraft, right? In the Minecraft chat, when people actually talk on the live streams. And this is a project that I've worked on for a year and a half, and it was supposed to just be exactly this: display YouTube and Twitch chat in the Minecraft chat, and that was it. But it increased enormously in scope, and today it has become something completely beyond what it was originally intended to be. Yeah, I just want to show off some of the features because I realize I never really talk about it. Oh, and of course it started raining here. This is, I swear, all it does is rain. I had to already clear the weather before. We'll clear it again, no worries. I don't really know how exactly this video will be structured yet, but it probably won't be very technical, because for that I probably will do a separate video, because I realize that's not for everyone. This is a more like kind of general visual overview of how it works and, more importantly, what it can do. So to start off, I'll show you how I usually set up the live stream and get everything working, and then as we do this I can kind of explain what is happening, and hopefully it'll all make sense as we progress through this little demonstration here. So let's say I'm a famous streamer by the name of Rebel Guy, and I want to do the weekly Hunger Games Mineplex live stream. So what I'll do, I'll go to YouTube, I'll set up a live stream like so, and then I will go into the ChatMate dashboard here, and well, this is already set right now because I was testing it before, but we would then set the active live stream to this link that we just copied, and I'll get back to this menu here later because there's so much nuance to this. And now ChatMate has entered the live stream mode, or doesn't have a live stream mode name, but something like that. And it now starts listening to YouTube messages and also Twitch messages for that matter. Now, if anybody were to, let's say we got one of the many hundreds of thousands of viewers that frequent our live streams, we'll now see those messages in Minecraft. There's a couple of parts here to this. We're not just printing the message. There's a whole bunch of underlying core mechanics going on here, which are too complex to get into in this video, but probably we'll touch on in the more technical video that will follow within the coming weeks. I don't know exactly when yet. But what I can tell you here is just go through each part of this and explain what this means. So this 14 here is the chat level of Rebel Guy. As people are typing in chat, their chat level will increase. There's currently only one use for chat levels, which I'll get into later, but probably there'll be more uses later on to encourage more chat activity, I guess. So level 14, yep, it's grey, it's just like on Mineplex. Then we got the platform icon here. So this was sent from YouTube, so it's showing the YouTube icon. And then obviously if it was sent from Twitch, it would show the Twitch icon. And this here is the rank of the channel that has sent the message. So in this case, since I own the live stream, I am owner rank. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Then my username, this tick here, this is a very new feature, only got added in the last few months. And this means that the channel that has sent the message belongs to a registered ChatMate account. And so we get this little tick here, kind of as a verification mark, just like on Twitter. That's true. And then here, of course, we have the raw message that was sent. People have, over the years, tried to break this, and not just tried, but also succeeded in breaking this in so many different ways. It is quite fascinating. Okay, so this is the one thing that you probably have all seen if you joined the live streams, even just for a short period of times, right? This is nothing new. But one thing I haven't shown very much is that there are so many more options and menus and all sorts of interactions we can do here. So you can see, for example, my cursor has now been changed. As I hover over this name, there's a little question mark next to it. Because I can right click this to open a context menu on the user, and already here we have a couple of options. And I guess we'll just go through one by one, and I'll explain how it all works and what it looks like. So this first one, reveal on leaderboard, this is just kind of a little fun feature I added, where we can view the current user in the list of all users sorted by chat level. Right, so we can see how are they doing relative to everyone else. So here, Rebel Guy level 14, 14 and 20% or 25% progress. It's a little chat UI here that was added very early on in the development of ChatMate, because I didn't know how else to do UI work. I have since solved that problem, as you are about to see, but this is a legacy feature, if you will. And we can also do something similar here. What's it called? CM ranks. So ChatMate ranks. We can get, and this is some outdated data here. Nowadays, the Shiro is actually level 80 something. It's true. So yeah, this is the whole leaderboard here. We can go through all the viewers, like I said, outdated data, and we can check their levels. Then there's a manage experience feature here. This one I had to add long ago, because what happened? Something came up in a stream that required me to give someone free levels, and so I had to add this feature here. So for example, we can add 2 levels to Rebel Guy. We don't have to give a message. So this was successful. And so next time, Rebel Guy, yeah, if you don't mind, mate, test again, very creative. He should be level 16, and indeed he is. Okay, so we can also manage ranks. So ranks are kind of just like you would see on Mineplex, right? They're just tags added to people. And in some cases, for example, the donator tag would give people a chat effect. In fact, I think it won't do that if I just give them a donator rank. What I would need to do is go into... you know what? I'll demonstrate this later. Don't worry about it, mate. So yeah, we could create a new rank here. For example, I can create a mod rank. And we just add test here. We submit it. And it'll probably fail because the Rebel Guide channel can't be modded on YouTube. But let's just see what happens. If it fails, it'll tell us a friendly message. So here's the testing Twitch account. And then here's my YouTube account. We can check, okay, why did it fail? And then it gives you a somewhat useful message. And okay, this one is also very useful, though formatted incorrectly. Who cares, right? It does the job. It's an error message. No, this has to be fixed now, mate. Alright. The same can be done with punishment. So a punishment is just another rank, but we separate them because it makes sense from a UI standpoint. And I could, for example, ban Rebel Guy, which I think would fail because you can't ban yourself. But also, of course, I could ban any other channel by right-clicking their name. And I have done this a couple times on stream. And so this punishment will then be relayed to YouTube and or Twitch. And yeah, the user will actually be banned on the relevant platform. So what else is there to show? Here, I guess we can show some more fancy UI here. This status here in the top corner, this has been undergoing so many changes since the beginning of ChatMate. It used to be just this hard-coded mess that was so difficult to change, and nowadays it's been integrated into the exact same UI as this, right? This is all using the same UI framework. And so we can do... oh, by the way, I'm opening the ChatMate context menu by pressing Y. You can see it's just an empty screen, and now we can modify these status indicators here. We can zoom, all sorts of things. We can multi-select and drag them, or multi-zoom, or whatever we want to do. It all works. We can also right-click just for a context menu here. I guess while we are here, I may as well show you what this is about. So this first one, this is what I use when I start the stream. So stream starting soon. Please be patient. So, and of course, no one is ever patient. You say this lasts for 10 seconds, right? And then it'll just... Okay, this is a bug that I can't reproduce, but of course now it happens. Usually I can't reproduce it, okay? Where for some reason it doesn't automatically center. So this is just another ChatMate element here that we can also, as you just saw, we can move around, same as these ones. Alright, next one's the counter element. Okay, So this one was added long ago. I was doing a donation live stream where every time I got killed, I would then later have to donate $1. And to keep track of this, I would set up something like this. So we start at 0 deaths and we increment at 1. We can also rearrange this here, the top corner, for example. So if I now press open and close square brackets, I can increment or decrement this value. And you know, it works as you expect. It's kind of just a little helper tool here. And then later on, I had to extend this same tool. So this is now using, this is simple mode here by default. We can delete the existing one. There's also advanced mode here. You can set up a somewhat more advanced counter UI element. So let's just say value 1 is X. Then we back new line here. Value 2 is Y. Now, of course, it complains here, oh, Y is not a defined variable. So what we can do here is just say, oh, here we define variable named Y, and we just say it is X times, X times 21 plus 4, right? That's what we do. I know that's what you were thinking here. We're on the same page. We say we increment X by 1 and we start X at 0, same as before. So the next value, I believe, should be 25 for value 2. If I increment this now, I'll have to exit the ChatMate HUD screen here. So yeah, 25, and it does exactly what you would expect. It's a very fancy. Why did I add this? I think there was another donation live stream I wanted to do. The idea was the top one is just the normal counter, how many, I don't know, was it deaths? How many deaths I had? And then the bottom one is how much would I need to donate? But I never ended up using this. So it just exists as a stale feature now, I guess you could say. Here, add donation element. This one I've also never used because we haven't done a charity live stream in a while. That's what I was looking for. So we can say, do we want... Hold on for a sec. Are you actually out of your mind? My God. We can say, do we want to aggregate the donations for only this live stream? Or do we want a since whatever date? Then we can say, yeah, show the total amount. There's a couple of additional sub-elements, I guess, we can enable or disable here. And so it also does exactly what you would expect. So right now there's no donations. I could log on to Streamlabs and add some test donations. But honestly, that's overkill. And I just noticed this doesn't have a... what's it called? The shadow. Why does this text not have shadow? That's interesting. Alright, this shall be fixed at some point. Okay, and then just to test the... You might have seen this if you were on the live streams before. To test the donation card that pops down when someone donates. Yep, okay. Set index, really. So we just do this. And yeah, this is another custom little UI component here I've built. We've got the timer bar that runs out, and once it's run out, then the card disappears. And so the reason we want this little timeout indication here, the dragon is a bit loud, isn't it? The reason we want this indication is because we need time to click on the link element up here. So once we click on it, it'll bring us to the ChatMate dashboard, and so at this point we can link donations to channels. And if we do that here, I'll actually, what's a high donation amount here? $100. That's a very high amount. So if I link this to Rebel Guy, so this is the real Rebel Guy because the one has the owner rank, not this fake imposter. We confirm this. Yep, all good. Then we go back and we look at the chat message. What you'll see is that the appearance of the Rebel Guy channel name has slightly changed. Has slightly changed. Huh? Why wouldn't this work? Okay, I don't know exactly why this didn't work. I'll have to investigate this. But normally what happens is that, yeah, in here, if we link a channel to a donation, then the channel will automatically be given a donator rank, and then their channel name will display some gay rainbow effect. Why this is not working is beyond me at this point. So it could be because there's no live stream actually running, because you can see here this, I probably should have mentioned this NA here, and this blue status. This means that there's currently no active live stream, no stream that is ongoing, no running stream. And so some features don't work if the stream is not enabled. This could have been one of them. I might have misremembered how this works. But either way, moving on, now we get to the meat and potatoes here. This is the ChatMate dashboard. So this is kind of the first screen you see when you open the dashboard. And normally you would be logged out, so we will have to log in. Oh, I'm a streamer logging in. So you can see the status just went red. It's very unhappy. So we log in. Yep. We wait for a couple seconds. And now here we are Rebel Guy. So the status is now blue again, awaiting live stream start, essentially. There's a couple of options here. So what is this? The HUD, yeah, whether we want to show any of these things up here, for example. So we can individually enable or disable the status indicator or the viewer count. And we can also separate the YouTube or Twitch indicator. So now you can see there's two circles. The top one is for YouTube and the bottom one is for Twitch. But you might not know which one is which, so you're also given the option to do this. And then obviously you'll have to rearrange some things here. I'll demonstrate how this would work in a real life scenario. So we'll probably multi-select these here. Actually, they're already connected. Yeah, they are. It's just one element here. There you go. See, now it's beautiful. So then it would show, oh, there's something wrong with the Twitch stream or there's something wrong with the YouTube stream, right? If you are streaming on both, which I am, just happen to be. So that's the HUD. We can reset this. This is just a little feature I had to add here because the default chat height offset is 0 pixels. I'll show you what this means. Oh, I'm in create. You know what? I don't care. The point is there was the hearts or the armor bars, whatever is on the side, was overlaid onto the chat window and it looked weird. So we had to add some offset. And it turns out 10 pixels here is the optimal offset, confirmed by science. Show platform icon. So what this refers is whether the little YouTube or Twitch icon next to the rank is showing. You can see it updated in real time, but didn't have to refresh anything. Very fancy. Of course, we want to show that. Commands. So commands is a new feature, which I'll show you in just a second how that works. I think shown, maybe grayed out is the best way here. They are special chat messages that start with a exclamation mark. So here are the donations. These are all my test donations. And I'm actually glad I scrolled down because this is showing me something I completely forgot to mention, which I'll do so in just a second here about emojis. Yep, and then some debug stuff here, just in case things go wrong. Also, lots of logging opportunities here because who doesn't like logging? And yep, so this, I think, honestly, this is probably all that the client has to offer for us. So with client, I mean the Minecraft mod. But here comes the unexpected part. ChatMate is not just a Minecraft mod. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes. And one of the things going on behind the scenes, which you probably haven't seen yet, is ChatMate Studio. So if I open this up, taking forever, why it's freezing my game is beyond me. This is a mystery. Okay, thank you very much. Yep. Alright, so here we are in ChatMate Studio. This is a work in progress. This is the newest addition to ChatMate in a way. It's been around for a long time, but I haven't really given it any love until recently. So we can log in here. So same as we would have logged in the Minecraft mod. Yep, log me in please, thank you very much. So now we're given a couple of options here which I'll go through. But what this is a web interface just to interact with some stuff for which it doesn't make sense to have a Minecraft mod interface. Not only this, but also this is publicly accessible. So right now there is already a deployed version here, chatmate.com. You can see this looks very different. This is the old look of ChatMate Studio, and it is so disgusting. And also the way it's implemented is it will make you puke if only you knew. And yeah, this gives us some opportunities to do account management. So there's a custom emoji manager, which I think we'll go through first, and then I'll talk about how the link user feature works. So we'll go into the new UI. Yeah, I'll show you the difference. This is the existing UI. So this looks like it was made by an autistic 5th grader in 2001, right? That's what this looks like. But okay. Oh my god, what is going on here? Okay. You're alright, buddy. Yeah, no, he's not having a good time. And now we have a more modern implementation. This looks like it was made by a highly intelligent human being in 2023. And probably has less bugs as well. And more features for sure. So whenever there's a chat emoji I want to add, what I'll do is I'll go to this page. I'll say create new emoji. Then there's a couple of fields here we have to add. And then I click create emoji. And then it'll be added to this list. So for example, we've got all these Steve variants here. That's where they are. There's a level requirement, and this is what I mentioned before. This is the only usage of chat levels right now. If somebody is level 30 or above, they'll be able to use this emoji here. Let me demonstrate. Actually, here, I'll demonstrate with one that I have access to. So this one looks like I forgot to set the level minimum level requirement, so I actually have access to this long Steven. I'll show you how this works. So I just type Steve as if it was a Discord emoji. We go back in here, and it should be displaying the long Steve, and indeed it does. Thank you for just working. That's how the emojis work. Then we also have streamer info. What is this? Alright, this is just the current status of the stream. There'll be more data added here as time progresses. I have some idea already. Stream manager, so this is for me, the streamer. I set the current active live stream. Then there's some Streamlabs stuff, so we can listen to donations. What is this? Alright, and here are some new features. Yeah, there are some issues with Twitch that I don't know what's going on. I think it's running locally, and I have to restart my PC. That's why this is happening. But all this will be fledged out as we go along. This is still very new, and honestly doesn't really concern anyone here. Okay, link channels. So this is the main reason why this chatmate.com website exists. Obviously, there's still a very different UI here. So this information here, this is what it looked like before, and then this is what it looks like nowadays. It's a little bit nicer. So what this allows us to do, this might look a little bit complicated at first, but it really isn't. So let's say I'm a new user. I just created a ChatMate account. And then, of course, ChatMate doesn't know which YouTube or Twitch channels do I belong to. So I have to prove ownership of these. And the way I do this is I first select which channel do I want to link to, and then we start the link process. And what this does is it ends an entry to this table here. And so, for example, in this case, if I want to link the Rebel Guy MC Twitch channel to my current account that I'm logged into, all I have to do is copy this command here, paste it in here. And I don't actually know if it'll work or not. Oh, this has to be fixed, mate, alright? You could see it was trying. So it makes us wonder, why didn't this actually work? It's an invalid token, apparently. We'll have to investigate this. Yeah, this is a very new feature still. Yeah, there are still some things to fix here. But normally what would happen is this would show a little tick here next to the message. And then next time the Rebel Guy MC Twitch channel sends a message, it'll associate it with the Rebel Guy registered account on ChatMate. And then the advantage of doing this is that you can link multiple levels, multiple channels in fact. So here, for example, I've got 2 channels currently linked to this ChatMate account. And what this means is that whether I chat from my Twitch or YouTube account, doesn't matter. The chat experience and everything else, all associated data like donations and ranks, they'll be aggregated into a single account. So I don't have to worry about staying on the same channel all the time. I can switch freely between the two, and it won't inhibit my ability to accumulate levels over time. Oh, and then I should also probably mention that since I'm logged into my admin account, this UI looks a little bit different than what a normal user would see. So for example, everything that has that red border around it, you won't see. Only I can see that. And same with this this column here, this table column here. And then also a couple of menus won't appear. But since we are here, I'm glad we are here. Let me address some possible questions that you might be having right now. So the way that I see is that there'll be 2 groups of people right now watching this video which have questions. The first group, I think, will have the question. Well, the first group is the set of streamers that want to use this mod for their own streams, right? They want to show the live stream messages in their own Minecraft game. And they might be wondering, well, can we use this mod ourselves? The question, the answer, in fact, to that question is no, you cannot use this for yourself. Not right now anyway, because this was intended, since the beginning it was intended to just be for myself, just a private little helper tool. It simply does not work for other people. There's a lot of hard-coded features, and it would just break. However, I have spent the past more than half a year making changes so that very soon it will be possible for other streamers to use this. And once it's ready, you'll have access to this ChatMate beta program, and you'll be able to apply to become a streamer for ChatMate. And then from there we can work everything out. But that's still a couple of months in the future, I think. There's still a lot of testing that has to be done, and bug fixes. Then there's also the second group of people, which I think will be the developers. And of course, they'll be asking, well, is this open source, or are you all scamming us with a Bitcoin miner here when we install the mod? And the answer to that question, once again, is also no. This is not open source. However, it will be very soon, I think. But yeah, okay, these people have to be actual trolls, right? This is the 5th time now, I think, in this recording. I had to clear the rain. You cannot make this up. I think this wraps up this little demonstration video here for ChatMate. I hope you found it interesting at the very least. I think we'll also start releasing some source code soon here, just in case you want to take a look at some implementation details, or God bless you if you even want to help out. And then after that, possibly maybe 3 or 4 months from now, if all goes well, then we can start releasing this to the public, and other streamers will benefit from this work, and they can all experience the big red crosses here, because who doesn't want that on their live stream? So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay rebel and goodbye.